What confused me the most about the next video was the language the people were speaking. I didn't know whether it was English or Spanish with a smudge of Mexican. It's really weird. However, as the wise old man often reminds us, there's always more to explore. He also said there's always weirder stuff out there, like, for example, the place in the next video. You really can't tell what it was supposed to be. It's said to be a regional community center located in the United States. It was built way back in the 20th century. It was used for partying, for gatherings, and for exhibitions. So what's so tricky about such a place? By telling you that it was constructed back in the 20th century, you should have already known what's coming for you. It's basically haunted, but how so? Let's see what the ordinary security guard has to say. This man, who has been in the faculty for years, has addressed the issue. He said that at daytime, the place is lovely, cuddly, and sweet. I also thought he was describing his girlfriend when he said those things and never knew how deep his connection was with the place. But at night, according to him, it turns into a world of darkness. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Of course it will turn into a world of darkness. It's nighttime. However, that's not what he was intending by that description. He meant that the place becomes paranormally active. He would hear strange noises and even find doors open that were supposed to be shut. This takes me to the group of visitors who were recording one of the doors slightly opening and closing repeatedly. While in the footage taken from security cameras, not only was a door caught moving more aggressively, but also coats were hanging and swinging on their own. Take this, for example. One day, while one of the visitors was wandering the hallways of the building, hissings and EVPs were heard in the background.
Dile que cierre.
Cierra la puerta, por favor. Ciérrala.
¿Y cómo no lo hace ahorita?
Si ahorita ya no la hace, ve.
Ahorita está. Que sabe que están grabando. ¿Viste cómo se cerró así?
Y lo hizo 2 veces a propósito.
Si se corre como un viento o algo así.
Can you open and shut the door again?
No creas que nos vas a asustar.
No, porque le estamos grabando, capaz. Dígale que cierre.
Ciérrale.
Pero en inglés, en
¿Qué
inglés.
necesitas?
Can you open and shut the door again?
Ahí va abriendo.
Ahí va a abrir.
Ahí va abriendo. Ahorita la va a cerrar. Ciérrala, por favor. Please,
Can you please close the door?
Estos locos. ¿Qué?
O será porque estoy aquí.
Ahí está.
Can you please shut the door?
Está vendiendo.
Será porque estoy aquí. Ay, bueno.
Do you want us to leave?
Ahí estabas cuando se cerró.
Do you want us to leave? Close the door.
Ah.
Oh.
Alfredo.
Que si quiere que nos vayamos, que cierre la puerta.
¿Necesitas ayuda o qué? ¿Qué necesitas?
Thank you.
Sí, sí.
Hala, güey.
Sí, dice que nos quiere que nos vaya.
¿Que nos vemos?
A ver, que si, dile si, que abras y que nos vamos. Si
Alright, so to confirm again, can you open it and close it just to make sure that we know that you want us to go?
Y nos vamos ahí.
Can you open it?
Ahí va, ahí va.
Ay,
Ahí, eso.
Alright. Can you close it?
Y el closet para irnos.
Can you close it so we can go?
Mira.
uy, qué huevo.
Puta madre.
And what time was this?
This was about 12:20.
Did you see something on that door?
I've been trying to look. I thought the door pushed a little bit, then pushed.
I thought I saw somebody right there. Hold on. Or it could have been the light reflection. Alright, this is 1 o'clock a.m. As you can tell, it's 1 a.m. Look at those hangers. Look at them. Just look at them. At 1 a.m. They stop. This is beautiful. That's beautiful.
I still have the thought that one of these clips was irrelevant to the others, like it was from a different place, but I can't confirm it, especially seeing how wild this place is. Before you start breaking tears, I'm not telling you specifically to get over it. The title on the screen is about one of the investigators in the next video. But before I tell you why I'm telling him such things, let's first talk about me. Let's talk about the place itself. A family has contacted the team of paranormal investigators over a situation, an intense situation they have been struggling with for years, and since it's not a financial situation, the team reported for duty, though they had to get more details after arrival before they did anything stupid. The family told them that they have been dealing with the paranormal for quite a while. They believe that not only is their house haunted, but so is the woods surrounding the house. They reported seeing what they call a hat man, a woman dressed in white, and regular ordinary shadow figures. Their kids said they saw a ghostly figure standing in the doorway of their bedroom and even had a conversation with them. The lady of the house says that she feels the most dread in the basement. Okay, so their stories are creepy and all, but what did Josh, Sean, and Mike have in response to this? They began the investigation. They used an SLS camera, a motion alarm, and a baby monitor for some reason, and an EVP device. They began asking questions about the history of the house and why these ghosts are lurking in the dark corners, and they got some answers. Perhaps some of the most interesting answers they received were telling them that the spirit haunting the house is a girl. It's a spirit that belongs to a girl. She isn't in the house itself, or at least her life wasn't taken away inside the house, but in the woods, which drove one of them to go on a trip to the woods alone, where he found an old car buried between the branches. It belongs to the 1930s. He felt a presence and got lost. This is where I said, man, how did you get lost so easily? It would have taken me 10 more minutes than you.
So right over here, he's got his mom's ashes. Anyone inside the house? We are here tonight. Kathy, is that you? Can you go over and stand by the bell? So we can see you.
Bedroom.
It's definitely colder in here. If you just set off the alarm, can you come stand next to Sean for me?
Dude, something just touched my hand. Holy.
I heard something hit the bed. Alright, this room's definitely colder. Oh. The bell keeps going off by the
Okay, so right now the bell keeps going off right beside the ashes.
Can you try to do something to acknowledge that you're inside this house with us? Earlier you hit something in the kitchen. Can you do that again for us? Those handprints are definitely the size of a kid. Are these your handprints on the wall here?
Following you.
It's twice it said following you. But we want to find out why you're here and if we can help you. We're trying to help this family. Do you remember who hurt you? Who abused you? Are you upstairs walking? I think what I'll do is I'll go to the woods. I'll send Rocky in here Sean's not feeling good, so he will probably set out the rest of the investigation.
Locked. Give it to me.
Yes.
It's what we want.
Kathy, are you here inside this house? What is in the woods? Why are you inside this house? I'm gonna get ready to head back to the back bedrooms. Whoever is setting the bell off, can you walk over there and set that bell off for me again? No freaking way. Thank you. Are you the same person I was talking to downstairs? If you tap that once for yes, twice for no, okay? Are you upset? Kathy, is there something dangerous inside this house? Is there something dangerous outside in the woods?
I am to your right.
I am to your right. Is it safe for me to go to the woods by myself? Nope. Are you going to go to the woods with me?
Get out of here.
Get out of here. Hello. Oh. I swear it sounds like footsteps. Who do they see in the woods? Right there. Can you come closer? Why did you tell me to come back here? I remember which way I came in. Damn it. Okay. And I think I'm officially lost.
Hello?
I'm lost in the woods.
Huh?
I'm lost in the woods.
As you just saw in the video, this spirit was way too responsive. All questions were answered through that bell, which tells me that the spirit of this girl is trying to tell its story so it can rest in peace. Perhaps one of the creepiest paranormal encounters, especially if it happens on your own property, is the mimic. You may ask me, what's the mimic? And may I say, are you stupid? If you have been watching this content for long, you should already be aware of the mimic. It's the type of ghost or jinn that imitates the voice of someone you're familiar with, and since I had experience with them before, I'm telling you, your father asking you for toilet paper when he is supposed to be at work is all that creepy, my fellow friend. Now, in the next video, we have a young man named Antonio, a seductive name in general for any girl. It's not only his name that is seducing girls, it's his whole appearance, his courage, and his calmness. He really puts you on the edge of your seat, and before you suspect me to be sussy, let me tell you something. These things I just mentioned about him can only get you so far before you completely disappear off the map if you're locked in with a ghost that knows all your secrets and won't let you live in peace. Antonio was sitting in his home alone the other day when at night he began hearing a strange voice saying, "Mommy." He began recording, and these sounds never stopped. In fact, they proceeded to be clearer and say more than just "Mommy." Did it say "Daddy"? I don't recall hearing that, but the video is no joke. It was such a bone-chilling moment for both me and Antonio. To make matters worse, the other day, this whole phenomenon escalated and took a worse turn. Instead of voices, this time strange sounds. I don't know what they were, but maybe someone walking around the place on their tippy toes echoed, and since it was a ghost, he couldn't locate it. Not to mention how the electricity in his house began acting all funky.
Aquí. ¿Qué? ¿Quién es? ¿Ven a dónde? ¿Aquí dónde? ¿Quién es? Pero ella se fue con mami. ¿Quién es? Galilea se fue con mami. Bueno, señores, aparte de todas las cosas raras que pasan en esta casa, y eso no es lo único. Mira, o sea, esto tapa la ventana para que no se vea de afuera para adentro, porque allá afuera lo que hay es un monte, o sea, pila de árbol y vaina. Pues la ventana está rota justamente a la medida de 2 ojos para que alguien esté mirando por ahí, brechándome, y yo aquí con el culito afuera. Entonces, la ventana está rota. La ventana está rota. El bombillo pestañea mucho. Sigan viendo. O sea, un sinnúmero de cosas que pasan aquí, que si yo no fuese un sinvergüenza, yo no dormiría hoy fácilmente. Pero como ya yo no tengo vergüenza ni nada, ya yo no le hago caso a nada de eso. Pero mira, son muchas cosas que pasan aquí. Ay. Yo te estoy diciendo a ti, yo te estoy diciendo que tú pones una vaina del diablo, Bombillo, préndete, bombillo. Ay, Virgen de la Alta Gracia.
The thing that makes all of this more disturbing is the disappearance of Antonio after these 2 videos. No one knows what happened to him. He never spoke ever since, and when asking his relatives, they stayed silent. I never really found it funny to be laughing while you're in the middle of a one-on-one action with a paranormal activity. Like, I do understand that you can't do much about it, but do you really think it's appropriate for you to laugh in these hard moments where the ghost is breaking all tears and drops of sweat just to impress you and make your heart pound? Do ghosts even have tears and sweat? The investigator in the next video had no problem laughing in the middle of a paranormal investigation in an anonymous place. It wouldn't be that problematic if he wasn't being affected by it, but the man was getting hit. Let's see how it all began. When he was walking down these hallways, when he felt something was with him, he knew he wasn't FaceTiming his wife by accident in the moment. So what is that creepy presence around him? Then a sound out of nowhere. That cuts to where they had a campfire, which behaved strangely when it tilted to the right side with no wind force. At one point, he had his camera pointing at one of the entries when a large piece of cardboard was thrown. Then we get to the interesting part, and it was pretty much as described, interesting. He set his phone camera on a table, danced a little, then began asking the ghosts some questions. He was so provocative that these ghosts had to teach him a lesson. They threw a wardrobe and broke a glass beside him, yet he kept laughing. This man thought he really could keep up with them.
Hoy sí vengo decidido a abrir portal, ¿saben? A ver qué. Pero voy a tratar de ubicarme en el sitio donde estaba. Dios Padre, Hijo, Espíritu Santo. Dios Padre, Hijo, Espíritu Santo. Uy. ¡Mira, remolino! ¡Uy! ¡Ruido! Hola. Uy, marica. Cuando pasaba eso, pasaban los perritos, ¿no? ¿Hay alguien aquí? Gracias, Ximena. Gracias, Ximena. Te puedes manifestar. Te puedes manifestar. Señora. Enfermera. Ay, 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 ay. Vamos, carechimba, manifieste pues. ¿Qué es esa vaina, parce? Uy. Hay polvo, hay gold meter. ¿Quiere algo fuerte, hombre? Vamos. Sácame. Sácame. ¡Cono! Ay, se me cayó algo. Ayúdame, please. Where are you? Fuck. Oh, ojo, ojo. Hola. ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Me quieres atacar, carechimba? ¿Eres el que aparece?
Sí, sí.
Digo que sí. Uy.
¿Es esto de la sala?
Dijo doctor, dijo esta es la sala. Uy, puta.
Detalle.
Ay. Me van a bullear. La verdad, yo que creía después de eso con fuerza. ¿Fuerza no? ¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Razón de qué?
¿A razón de qué? Pues no sé. ¿Ya va? Pues hágale, huevón. ¡Gonorrea!
Porque yo soy el único que está sufriendo acá afuera.
Esto es una...
Listo, no, espere. Paz, pío.
¿Qué fue lo que logró?
When he was laughing while being hit, I felt as if he was being hit for fun by one of his friends. Like, seriously, dude, we, and when I say we, I'm talking from the perspective of ghosts, are hitting you back and forth, and you're laughing. Gotta be honest with you here on the next one, I don't really know if this video is the same as that one video I featured multiple times. It does look very similar in style, but something off-putting about it makes me wonder if both are the same. Regardless, the video takes us on a trip, not to San Francisco, nope, to a weird field where only predators know because they use it to finish their dirty work when kidnapping. Give me one more minute, and the whole topic will change. This video features a man who had his flashlight on the entire time as he knew it was dark out there and the phone flashlight alone wouldn't be enough. There was what seems to be an empty, abandoned house in the middle of this field. And how did I know it was abandoned? Well, what kind of house owner would creep around and chase someone down like a demon just because he was wandering his field not knowing it was a private property? The guy noticed a dark figure on the top of the roof of that house that awkwardly slid down and began moving all awkwardly, chasing after the man. You see how that figure was moving around? It was almost like the monsters in these cheap indie horror games, where there is barely any animation added to the movement of their bodies. Regardless, the whole chase was creepy. If only this figure were fast enough, it would be more breathtaking as a chase. You know what's more breathtaking than this video? You when you subscribe and watch the next video on screen.